Told you, I told you. Pretty sure yesterday I was like, give me a day or two and I'm gonna weigh in under that 92 kilo mark. I'm gonna be like 91.5 or something. Get on the scale today. Guess how much I weigh, Lucy? Guess how much I weigh. Guess how much I weigh. Guess how much I weigh. 91.4. Told you. Told you. I knew I'm done. I know what's happening here. I know what's happening. I've done this before and again, all right? I know what's going on. Anyways, today we're gonna go through how I've grown my arms. Basically, I'm just gonna tell you everything because I've been really, my arms are a huge weak point. My biceps suck like crazy. And I've, over time, developed my training sessions to just prioritize my arms, right? Especially my biceps. My triceps are good. I've got some good, strong, meaty triceps, but I've got really terrible bicep insertions and genetics, right? In general, like for growth, for them responding to training, as well as for them looking good even when they're big, right? Like my arms are nearly like 17 inches, and even if I stand there or flex them, give you a bicep flex, they look terrible. Like the insertion just doesn't look right. I've got short biceps and they're peaky but not that peaky, and there's a gap. It's just a mess, all right? So I haven't got the best genetics in that department, which is just a little bit annoying, but I'm gonna tell you exactly how I do everything. So stay tuned. If you're new to the channel, subscribe and we can crack on with a few things, all right? Let's get some breakfast going. Breakfast is served, well, kind of. I've got 2 bagel thins. I was having the low calorie bread, then I realized I was like, 1 slice of low calorie bread is 60 calories. And I have 2, so that's 120 calories, and 1 bagel thin is literally 130, so there's no difference. So I just have bagel thins because if you toast them, they actually taste like more of bread than the low calorie bread. I'm probably gonna go back to that someday because I'm like, oh, I want a bit of bread, I want a bit of bagel, yada yada blah blah. Anyways, I'm having 2 bagel thins, got 15 grams of Nutella on one, got 20 grams of strawberry jam on the other, and I've got 5 turkey pieces bacon in the air fryer. That's my breakfast. And the whole idea behind my training for arms has been just prioritization, like making sure that when I go in, the first exercise I do isn't a back movement, even though it's a pull day, bicep movement, and you focus on it and you smash it because you're gonna be the freshest as the first exercise of the day. You're gonna be the freshest, you're gonna be the strongest, you're gonna be able to be the most like mentally ready to just give it your all. So that's basically the aim of the game. The aim of the game is prioritization, but we're gonna get to that eventually when we get to the training part of the video. I just wanna show you my breakfast. Also, I'm gonna be taking a omega-3, which is I take 3 of these a day, which ends up being like, what was it? Some sort of amount of EPA, DHA, I can't exactly remember. D3, just 1. I take some taurine after training as well, 3 caps of taurine, which is just 2 grams of taurine because I get muscle cramps after training because I sweat like a crazy, or like, I don't know, my muscles are just prone to cramps. So I have that stops the cramps. That's everything after breakfast. You heard the beep. I'm gonna go grab that food. We're gonna eat up. We're gonna go train in a minute, right? If you're looking for like a low calorie protein source for breakfast, right? For breakfast, you're not gonna have chicken or beef. It's just a bit weird, right? So I have these turkey rashers, which are literally just like protein slices. You can also have hex sausages, chicken hex sausages, super low calorie, straight up just protein. Both the turkey rashers and the hex sausages taste really nice. So if you're looking for some sort of protein source in the morning, go for that, mate. I don't know what else can you have? Eggs? I guess they're a bit high in fat, right? So, and calories, like if you wanna have like a decent amount of protein, there's 8 grams of protein in an egg. Say you want like 40 grams of protein, you're gonna have to get like fucking 6 eggs, right? It's a lot, so no need for that. Have some turkey bacon or hex sausages. You're welcome. Fellas, listen up. Real quick, my protein's having a massive sale. It's 45% off everything. It's Impact Week. It's the biggest sale of the year. But you can get even more if you use my code. So if you use code DaveTrains, you get 47% off. If you go through the link in my description, I also get a bit of commission, which supports me directly. That's basically how it works. So you use my code for convenience. If you want to support me, you can use my link and my code, and everybody wins, right? But basically, if you want to stock up on like creatine, protein powder, vitamins and stuff like that, everything is going to be 47% off with my code, which is like, right now is the time to buy, right? Like there's no reason to ever pay full price. Stock up now, buy stuff cheap, wait for the next sale, stock up then, and then you go on this, you get in a cycle of never paying full price for stuff, right? Because realistically, my protein probably has enough money from you, from me, from everybody. There's no point in like paying full price, right? Like, don't be silly. If you can save your money, you should. So now is the time to do it, mate. Anyways, like I said, pull day, and I wanted just to touch, like, you shouldn't really, you know, like say you do push-pull legs. A lot of people do push-pull legs, some people do Arnold splits, some people do bro splits. It actually doesn't matter what you do. And more importantly, you shouldn't stick to some sort of like dogma about how to train. So push-pull legs, it's a pull day, you're doing biceps, you're doing back and biceps. People start with the biggest movements first. What if your back is developed and you need your arms to grow? You prioritize your arms, right? And a lot of people are scared to do that because they're like, well, I shouldn't do that because then I won't have this, that, and the other. Doesn't matter. If you want your arms to grow, you put your back to the side because your back is developed. It's still gonna atrophy, you're still gonna train it throughout the session, right? You're still gonna give it a good fucking training session. Put it aside, train what you wanna train, like your biceps, for example, if they suck, or your triceps on your push days or whatever. Some people even like to do triceps on pull days, biceps on push days. Tried it. not for me. Just prioritizing the muscle groups that you want to grow is the way to go. If you're not going to prioritize, how do you expect it to grow? If you're not going to give it your all every single time, how do you expect it to grow? Like, you can do your biceps or your triceps, whatever's lacking, your shoulders, your chest. If you do it after, like later on in your training session, it's just like an afterthought, right? But if you come in to the gym with the intention of like, okay, my shoulders are lagging, I'm gonna hit it. It's like fresh. I come into the gym, you're gagging to come in and hit it, and you're actually gonna make a difference, as opposed to just like coming in, doing bench press, and then doing some shoulder press. Like, you're already gonna be a little bit fatigued, your shoulders are weak, you're not gonna grow them as much. It's all about the priority, mate, come on. Anyways, I'm gonna have this, I'm gonna have a quick poop, because that's mandatory before you train. If you're not subscribed, you know the drill. Let's get subscribed. Just down below, we're gonna go to the gym. I'm gonna show you my exact session. Let's grow some biceps, mate. I'm gassed. Yo, what are you training?
I've got a pull day today.
Sheesh, me too.
Look at my biceps.
Huge.
Bosh.
You've got better bicep genetics than me.
Yeah, I just need to work on them, and then when I'm a bit leaner at the moment, so you can actually see them. Whereas before, they just look like lumps, because I've got like quite fat arms.
Yeah.
So yeah, shredded.
I would happily take Lucy's bicep genetics, and then I'll give her my glutes. I've got like world-class glutes.
That is so true. Imagine if we could swap.
My glutes insert like halfway up my lower back and all the way down to my calves. Essentially, I'm joking, but you know what I mean. I've got really good insertions for my glutes, and they're like super round and peachy. And Lucy's biceps are like actually decent, so like just take my amazing glutes.
My biceps are definitely decent. My glutes are a bit L, but at least my butt's juicy.
No, here is exactly what I do for my biceps. Here's my entire session. I'm gonna show you everything. There's been a little bit of variance over time, but I've nailed it down to this, okay? Starting off, exercise number 1, cable curl with just a cambered bar, like a easy curl bar type thing. Cable curl, because I've tried barbells, I've tried dumbbells first, I've tried everything, and coming in and doing this first with both arms and the cable, the constant tension, nothing like it, okay? Nothing like it. I go to failure on every single set, and I do 4 sets. Now, I do anywhere between 12 and 15 reps on every set, and some of you are gonna be like, it's a lot of volume and yada yada. Number 1, they're a little muscle. It's the biceps. They can take a lot, okay? They recover like super quickly, because it's literally just a tiny little muscle. And if you do less reps, I can't seem to get a pump. I can't seem to actually feel the muscle I'm trying to train. The bicep is, for me, for someone that has terrible genetics, just doesn't seem to respond. And I've tried lower volumes and they haven't grown, and now I do higher volumes, and this session, they grow. So just trust me, okay? You're gonna have to trust me, bro, all right? So 4 sets, 12 to 15 reps. Try and keep it nice and controlled. What I think about when I do these curls is bringing my shoulders back, down, and keeping my chest up as if my sternum up like this. You can see, when I reset, I tried to bring my chest up. You might see it here. No, but I do actively keep my chest up like this. Reason being, if you don't keep your chest up and your shoulders back and down, you're gonna get your shoulders involved. You're gonna start going like this, and you're not gonna actually feel the biceps. And I've made that mistake over time, okay? So you wanna keep your arms by your side, shoulders back and down, and just really try and focus on your bicep. You just wanna be hinging at your elbow. Elbow is the only thing that's moving up and down. Imagine there's a pad behind you, and that is not going anywhere. Your elbow is not going forward, your elbow is not going anywhere. It is going just up and down like this. That's exercise number 1. Now I move on from doing those cable curls. I do a drop set at the end as well, by the way. I do a drop set at the end where I half the weight, and then I go to failure and I just pump it out for as many reps as I can, and that is my biceps smoked for there, right? Then I switch exercises and I go to back. But this is still a little bit bicep focused, right? So I do chin-ups. Now I do 4 sets of chin-ups. There's no weight between my legs. I focus on really slowly just stretching my lat on the way down, and then contracting on the way up. Getting a nice contraction in my arm, getting a nice contraction in my lat. Keeping my arms really close to my body and just pulling up, keeping my chest up. I'm trying to keep my chest up all the time. Because if you keep your chest up and you let your arms stretch, if you do it even without any weight, so if you just force your chest up, bring your arm up and try and stretch it, you're gonna feel it in your lats, okay? That's why you do it. I do 4 sets of, usually it's like between 12 and 15, because I can't do much more. I weigh about 91.5 kilos in the morning. I try to do, if you can strap some weight to you and start swinging, and you'll be able to get more reps. But if you do it nice and controlled and actually feel the muscles that you're trying to train, you won't be able to use as much weight. And you don't need that much weight. And if you can do an exercise and modify your body in a way where you feel the muscles you want to train and not slap on as much weight, you're doing more stimulus, less fatigue. And if there's anything you want to know about bodybuilding, all you want is stimulus and no fatigue, because then you can come back, recover, do it again, do more, grow. It's perfect, right? You don't want to get other stuff involved. So that's an exercise, kind of biceps. Now, moving to an actual bicep exercise, dumbbell curls. Now, I do dumbbell curls because I did the bar first, so both arms. Now I do a unilateral exercise with dumbbells. Both arms are getting their own range of motion and moving in their own way that they please, right? I broke my arm when I was younger, my left one, and my left elbow has a completely different leverage to my right. So using bars is a little bit awkward, although I do like to do it first, just because I feel like I can use a little bit more weight and I can come in and really just hit it like a compound, you know what I mean? So I do here another 4 sets of 12 to 15 reps. I started off with the 14 kilo dumbbells, but they got a bit heavy. I did them for the first 3 sets, and then on my last set, I was like, I won't be able to do the rep range that I require. So I dropped it down to 12s. It's fine if you want to drop, it's fine to drop weights during a session as well, by the way. If you've got a desired rep range and you know that that's the rep range that brings you the most stimulus, it's fine to just drop the weight. It's even better to drop the weight because, like I said, you're trying to get stimulus without the fatigue, right? I rest between these exercises, between all these exercises, anywhere between 2 and 3 minutes. And then on the last set of these dumbbells, I also did a drop set. So I went from the 12 kilo dumbbells, half the weight down to 6 kilos, and I banged out again. I'm pretty sure, there you go. There's a little dumbbells, look at me, just using the little dumbbells, I feel like a little girl. Lucy uses 8 kilo dumbbells and I'm using 6 kilo dumbbells here. And same thing with the dumbbells as with the bar, the cable curls before. Trying to keep your chest up. Obviously here I'm like completely struggling. I'm just trying to like get anything, but same thing, shoulders back and down, boom, boom. Get your biceps involved. Don't try and swing and stuff like that because you're not gonna get anywhere. I've tried it. Last exercise is the, I don't know what you would call this. This is just a pull down. But instead of using a lat pull down, we've got this machine at our gym, which is really amazing because it's got 2 handles which move independently, which is really nice because your arms can move in their own little range of motion. It's quite nice. And then that was a further 4 sets with a drop set at the end. I know I do a lot of drop sets, but I just like to train with intensity. So I did, I think it was 10 to 12 reps. Prove me wrong, you can count the reps. But same thing here as on the pull downs, as on the pull ups, sorry. I'm trying to keep my chest up. You can see I'm actively trying to bring my chest up to the sky, and I'm trying to keep my elbows close to my body as well, because I'm trying to target the lats. I do 2 vertical pulls because my back is pretty thick, but it can definitely do with a little bit more lats as well, on top of my biceps, which can always get bigger. But yeah, I do that neutral grip. I don't try and do another bicep because my biceps are well and truly smoked, so I'm just trying to get some back involvement in. And if you're enjoying the video, could you please subscribe to the channel? Come on, you must have learned something here. Come on, lad. Session report, wow, my session was amazing. I felt like I was so locked in. Like for some reason today, I was just like, I was driving and I was telling Lucy, I was like, the pre-workout is like, I'm usually like cracked and shaky and like weird feeling, but so I was like smooth, came to the gym and I just, Jesus Christ, I fucked that session up. From the beginning, through every single set, every single rep, I felt like I was just like contracting, stretching, destroying, pumping the muscles. It was great. How did you feel?
I did an alright session.
Yeah?
Guys, I reckon we can't get into it.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
Really hungry.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I didn't feel hunger.
Yeah, see I did. And this
Chew
is
gum?
like,
Did you chew gum?
I did, yeah, I did.
All I was doing the whole session was chewing gum. I've got a sore jaw, by the way.
The gum went like more or less instantaneously, went like stiff in my mouth, and it was just gross.
If you drink water, it goes stiff.
Really?
Yeah. It, like for some reason, I was chewing gum. It was like nice and soft. Then I had a sip of water, and then after the sip of water, the gum just went stiff.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
But also, like,
I don't know if it's like some sort of property of gum. I'm just saying.
I've just got like a dry mouth, like a dry as fuck mouth. I'm like thirsty. I need to drink water. I'm starving. It's just not optimal, to be honest, right now. I don't feel too great right now. I had like a decent session up until like I was like halfway through my bicep curl. I want to go home.
I felt like I could keep going. I was doing drop sets on everything. I was going crazy on that session. That's how you grow your biceps, boys. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, to be fair, I went crazy on my biceps. But I was just like halfway through, I was like, wow.
Yeah.
I'm ready to go fuck up some food right now.
Speaking of fucking up some food, we're gonna go home. We're not gonna go Nando's. I'm gonna show you a stir fry that I make. So
super yummy, super tasty.
Oh, I can't wait. It's busting, boys. Let's go. I'll see you at home. When on a cut, name of the game is volume. What's high volume, low calories? Vegetables. Told you I'm gonna have a stir fry, but this is the vegetable mix that I have. Vegetable and bean sprout stir fry, right? So 160 grams of the stuff is about 70 calories. And then I have 150 grams of noodles, rice noodles, because they're straight carbs. They're like the lowest calorie option for the volume, I'm pretty sure, if I'm not mistaken, in the shop. And then chicken. So chicken, noodles, and vegetables. I have some spring onion as well, soy sauce, some spices, it's nices, and that ends up being like 400 something calories for like a big, decent bowl of food, right? And if you're really struggling, sometimes I am really struggling, you can just like double up on the vegetables. So it would cost you, what, 150 calories for like 300 grams of food, right? Uncooked. It gets down a little bit when it's cooked, but it will fill you up, and that's the whole point, right? You're trying to get for as little calories as possible, obviously trying to meet your like protein goals and whatever, but a stir fry on a cut is really good. If you're on a bulk, the way to make the stir fry more anabolic, right? Like get more calories in you, I would still opt for something like a rice noodle because it's just a straight carb, right? I would have like a little bit of olive oil, cook it in like a good amount of olive oil, maybe even dress it with some sesame oil because it goes really well on stir fries. Instead of chicken breast, I would recommend you have chicken thigh with some skin. It's gonna taste really fucking good as well. Or you can get some 20% ground mince, or maybe even grab yourself a ribeye and just cut it up into strips. Or even like a cheaper cut of meat. It can even be pork. It can even be beef, like a cheaper cut of meat that you just cut up, and that's gonna be a lot of calories. You can make a stir fry, the same volume, right? Right now, I can have a stir fry for 400 calories, or I can have the same volume for about 1,200. Easy work, just like that, mate. So I'm gonna make the stir fry up. I'm gonna show you what I put on my chicken and stuff like that. But the stir fry is super simple. You literally just like cook the chicken, bang the veggies in, bang the noodles in, spin it around, dress it up with a bit of spring onion, if you like, some soy sauce. Bob's your uncle, you're done in 5 minutes, mate. The quickest, easiest meal. So I'm gonna show you what I put on my chicken. So, on the chicken goes a little bit of fry light. Well, it's not fry light actually, it's a fry light bottle that I put olive oil in. Because the fry light actually just tastes like weird and it makes stuff watery. Instead of actually just like being a nice little coating of oil for low calories, it's like some weird chemical amalgamation of like shit that just doesn't cook right. So, salt on the chicken, not a lot because there's gonna be soy sauce. I like a lot of pepper, so I just bang about this much pepper, just to like when it's all coated. Nice, healthy, good amount of garlic powder, and I also like it real spicy, so I just like bang a crap ton of cayenne pepper. That makes it nice and just gives it a little, you know what I mean? Gives it a little heat, put some hair on your chest. So that's how the chicken's gonna look like after it's all mixed up. You've seen chicken before, and I'm literally gonna go chicken until it's nice and brown. Vegetables, spin around for a little bit, just warm them up. Then noodles until they're warm. Bang some soy sauce in real quick. Toss it about for 2 seconds and off the pan. That's basically the cooking process. The whole meal, from the moment I put the chicken on the pan to when it's finished, takes about 5 minutes. So I'm not gonna record it because it's literally so quick that I'm not even gonna be able to turn around and talk to the camera. So there's the chicken, bang on the pan. See when the food's ready. All right, boys, the meal is finished. You can't really see too much because I've got 100 kilos of spring onion on there, but that is the food right there. This whole bowl, can you see the size of it? It's like 400 calories, mate. And if you actually taste it, you would be surprised. Like on the calories that I'm on, the amount of like saltiness, the vegetables, the everything, it's such a balanced meal. And like being able to have one of these in a day for like 400 calories, unreal. The chicken is just spicy enough. The noodles, vegetables are crunchy. Love it. I'm gonna enjoy it with a side of Diet Coke, and I'll see you guys when there's something interesting happening. It's been a good few hours. There's nothing else going on really, apart from the fact that I'm holding a pink pen, if that's what you want to see. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a like. Please subscribe. I'll see you tomorrow. Hope you enjoyed it. Love you loads. Later.